All right, AirTags. You seem to have some sort of beef with them. No, I'm not generally a fan of all Apple products as well. But the world of trackers is just like exploded.
It's exploded, yes. And in this world of trackers where they've built it into, not only tags, but also cards, keys, cars, wallets, all of this kind of stuff. To me, it makes very little sense why people are still buying AirTags. Is it just the Apple? It's Apple?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't actually do much.
Yeah, because a bunch of these also use the Find My network from Apple, and you can track them from
And
your
more.
iPhones
And
stuff
more.
like that. There is one reason where Apple always reserves something for itself.
One more thing.
But let's talk about the products and the alternatives, and let's start with AirTags. Like, where did you start with AirTags?
Yeah. So my introduction to AirTags came when our cat got lost.
Wow.
And we were a bit worried. It took a while for us to find the cat. It's a deaf cat, so it's a bit more tricky. And ever since, we're like, nope, we got to get a tracker. And we didn't want to get a specific pet tracker, so we thought AirTags. But then AirTags, they're like $30 a pop. Yeah. But a 4-pack was $100. So I thought, fine, we'll buy it. Spent $100, got a 4-pack. Didn't need 4, so gave one away. And then had to buy another accessory for the cat because it doesn't come with any kind of loop or something that I could just hook onto the collar strap that he had anyway. So bought that, blah, blah, got into it. But he got lost again, like he did.
Oh boy.
And we were trying to beep him because that's one of the features you can do is you can set off this siren, but it's just too soft. It's just too quiet. The whole siren thing is just weak sauce, if you ask me. And the fact that it's batteries I got to replace in it and all of that.
All right.
But if I ever want to switch to Android, I can't because I've invested in AirTags. So it's Apple only.
Oh, that sucks.
All of that kind of stuff. But anyway, you got into AirTags as well?
Yeah, I've never bought an AirTag in my life. I'm proud of that, but I was gifted one.
Oh.
So my wife bought me this lovely wallet with
Yes, we've seen this on.
We've seen this on the channel with AirTag built in it with a window for the AirTag. So that's nice. But I would have never bought an AirTag.
No.
So, and the reason is we are both not necessarily so I have an iPhone and an Android. My wife has only Android. So
it wouldn't work.
It would not work in our situation.
Yeah.
But that's where a bunch of these products come into play. And I think when we're talking about tags, we said Apple has one thing up its sleeve, but these things have many other things up their sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're looking at a company called Chipolo here. First off, the loop and the pop. So the two things that you see here, the loop has a hook, the pop has a keyhole.
Yeah.
But there are more differences underneath the hood as well.
Yeah, I think a couple of differences is that the loop is rechargeable with USB Type-C. I like that personally because there's always a cable lying around. I don't have to look for batteries or buy batteries. I think you're a fan of the pop, right?
I like the pop. I like CR2032s. I don't think Find My Tech is going to advance so much.
Yeah.
I can use it for a decade, I think. So that's great.
That's an upside. That's true. Yeah. And the difference between the two is one of them is more water resistant. The loop is more water resistant, has a longer range, and it's also louder.
But both of them are loud.
They're very loud.
If you think AirTags are loud, then you got another thing.
No, I don't think AirTags are loud. That's my beef with.
Right. So it's great for literally finding it, and they work right out of the box on your Find My app and stuff like that. We talked about the puck style, the coin style trackers, but there are many other formats, and I think especially useful and practical format is a card.
Yes.
Because most of us have wallets.
Where do you put the coin style ones? Actually, where are you putting them?
On my keychain.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I have 2 keychains, two with different pops on them.
Yeah.
So, and they're also different colors, so it's kind of easy to identify keys and all
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
So
You're really making use of the hole or the loop, let's say.
absolutely. And I have a bunch of 2032s around the house, but you can also connect them to the Chipolo app, and then you get a few more features, and they work with Android as well.
Yeah, they really advertise that a lot, and it makes sense, right? It's more accessible for a bigger group of people if you're switching between devices or you want to track luggage or something, but in your family, not everyone is on an iPhone or Apple ecosystem, then it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't work with both at the same time, and that's good to remember.
Correct, yeah.
You have to either select Apple Find My or Android, Find
Hub. Yeah.
that one.
And colorful, look nice.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
There's a nice little, they sit in my wallet or in my key ring, and they look quite...
So the reason my AirTag has a sticker of a carrot on it is because we have 3 AirTags at home, and you can't tell them apart.
Oh, you didn't get it embossed with the emoji?
No, I didn't. No.
Should have done that.
Maybe should have done that, yeah. But there's no way you can distinguish between them.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to beep them every time to figure out which one is which.
Yeah.
So he ended up putting a sticker on
Luckily,
it. Whereas you can buy them in different colors, right?
That's
Chipolo.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. The cards don't have to go into wallets either.
No.
Like I put one of them in my car.
Whereas we actually have one for a car here on the table. We'll talk about that.
Come to that. So that is really useful. You can put it in your wallet, so your wallet's always tracked.
I have one in my backpack.
Yeah, the backpack or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and they're thin, they're easy. They don't like set off alarms. People don't panic when they see a card as opposed to a tracker.
Yeah.
But all of these 3 cards we have here, actually you have a 4th one, which is an older one in your wallet.
Yeah. Actually, yes. So in my wallet, I have, and this I got 2 years ago when we were at CES from a company called Rolling Square.
That's right, yeah.
It's called the Air Card. I think they do still sell it for like $20 or so, but they have, I think, a newer version. And what's nice about this is it's got like 3 functions in one. Not only does it work with the Find My network, obviously it's a tracker, but it has a little QR code that takes you to a page with your contact details, and it has an NFC chip, so you can tap it against someone's phone and they have your contact details. So for networking is kind of cool. And the design is nice. It's something like nothing would.
Yeah, it's a nice transparent circuit thing you can see underneath.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
So it's kind of nice. That's where it started. But since then, there have been a couple.
Things have exploded. So this is not the thinnest card. It's still a card.
Yeah.
You can put it in your wallet. No issues there.
Yeah.
Something that's a similar thickness is the switchboard card that we have here.
Correct.
This also has a bunch of extras. It has that kind of keyhole at the edge. So you can also put it, into a keychain or something like that.
Yeah.
But it has a button on it.
Yes.
And that button can... trigger your phone.
Yeah.
So this works with the Apple Find My network, 2.5 mm, so not the thinnest like we said.
But if you do want to use it with Android, it is possible. Only thing is you have to download their SwitchBot app and then it works.
Yeah.
It's just not native.
It's not in the Google Find Hub.
Exactly.
So that's cool. It has, unfortunately, no rechargeable battery or replaceable battery.
Yeah.
So they say it lasts for 3 years. We've had it for at least 6 months now, I think, at this stage. It's working fine so far. Yeah. And it has an NFC chip inside, which you can use if you have a SwitchBot lock, for example. You can use it to unlock it.
Yeah,
so a little bit of ecosystem lock in there from SwitchBot. Not bad. And other than that, you have IP67 rating, pretty decent volume as well.
Yeah. And another similar kind of feature set you get from Chipolo. Only thing is I like Chipolo more because it is rechargeable. So you can drop it onto a wireless charger and it charges it up. And another reason why I like it is it's louder than all of the other cards on the table.
And it's thinner.
It's thinner.
And it has Find My as well as Android or Google Find Hub.
Yes.
So yeah, good feature set there.
Yeah. Yeah, and just like SwitchBot, they have their own Chipolo app, but it's not because of having to work with Android or whatever, because it has the native support. But it's for a remote camera shutter button that you can do. So it has a button on the card, and then you can just set up your phone somewhere and then trigger the shutter button remotely, which is nice. You can also use it to beep your phone. So if you lose your phone, you can use the card to beep it, and it gives you all sorts of like left behind reminders and things like that. So that's also nice.
And then the thinnest card on this list is the Key Smart. What is it?
Smart card.
Smart card. The Key Smart, they all have their names, of course.
Yeah.
It also has a nice, like an indentation for, hanging it like a badge or something. You can hang it vertically. Also super loud. I mean, at this stage, everything is louder than the AirTags.
Yes.
But it's got wireless charging. One thing it does miss is native Android Find Hub compatibility. It works with Apple. It's got IPX8 rating. Yeah. So decent card again.
Good. Yeah. All right. Where are we going next? Those are the cards.
Now we have like kind of the eclectic form factors.
Other category.
So let's start with this guy. Why not?
Why not?
This is the ESR magnetic case, but these are the AirPods Pro 3. And you know what? These also have tracking.
Yeah,
These
not
are
the case, the AirPods themselves.
Yeah, they have Find My tracking. You have, basically it's like a AirTag Plus.
Yeah, because they are usually in your backpack or in your coat or whatever. And if you've lost either of those,
yeah, you don't need to buy an AirTag if you have these.
So exactly, yeah.
And it has that extra special feature I was talking about for AirTags. But let's go to the KeySmart I Pro.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this is literally your keychain right now.
It is, yeah.
This is not.
Look how neat it looks. No,
this is not part
that's not part of it. It does have a little loop to attach other things, so people could attach their car key, for example, on this. I have a little pouch from Sennheiser. I think it's called a Protex for ear protection, so that's kind of nifty. But that's not what it's about. The actual key organizer can house up to like 14 keys into it.
Jeez.
It's a bit of effort though to put those keys in and like stack them up properly and line it up. But it's like I said, it didn't forget it. I don't know. I don't get a lot of new keys all the time, but it's there.
But a lot of interesting features.
Yeah. Not only the Find My from Apple only, guys. Again, no Android here, but it has a flashlight. It's not super bright, but it has a flashlight. It also has a little bottle opener inside. I'm going to take it out right now, but it's there.
You know what a bottle
Trust
opener
me,
looks like.
bro.
Yeah.
And it's a USB Type-C port for charging.
Physical port.
Only downside is it only lasts like 30 days. Yeah, you have to charge it every month.
But does it remind you then, hey, I need to be charged? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can see it also in the Find My app. Yeah.
Does it have a speaker?
It does, yeah. Here, have a listen. And, I started with a card inside my wallet, but then I thought I could combine the two. No, so we got a product sent over from ESR. It's called the Geo Wallet Stand. So it's a MagSafe wallet that sticks onto the back of your phone, but it's so multifunctional. You can do a ton of things. So it obviously has built-in Apple Find My, no Android support here, but it needs to be charged with a proprietary cable, a magnetic cable. So don't lose this, because otherwise your whole Apple Find My is gone. And it lasts for 6 months on a charge. But not only that, it can flip out to be like a little stand vertically as well as horizontally.
Yeah. Like I've been looking for like ring stands, but I think like this is kind of more comfortable for me.
It is. Yeah. After you said that, I started using it.
Yeah,
like
you started using it like this, right? It's they also have that loop thing.
It has a loop
for a finger, but it's like so much more
it's
cumbersome. Have thick fingers.
And it takes a little longer to set up. But yeah.
So this is nice.
Yeah, and it houses like 5 cards, 3 on the front and like 2 on the inside. And there's RFID protection and all of that.
How's the magnets?
Oh, it's strong. ESR magnets are strong. I think they even call it like Halo Lock or something. They have their proprietary.
That for a card?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, card wallet, huh?
Card wallet even, yeah. And even this is louder than the AirTag?
Yeah. Like we said, everything is louder.
The wallet is louder than the AirTag. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
And then
the last
one last little product you mentioned. I mentioned I put a card in my car. I could also just put this in my car. This is the Skosh
Found It Charge.
Yeah. So essentially, this goes into your 12-volt socket.
Yeah.
But you get a USB A and a C kind of port on it, so you can charge phones or whatever.
Yeah.
And what differentiates this from other chargers, car chargers, is of course you get a 20 watt and a 12 watt charging on the 2 ports, but you also get built-in Find My, so you can always track where your car is, and it's always charged because it's always in the 12 volt socket.
Always plugged in, and it works with both Find My as well as the Android Find Hub. Huh? So
and it's quite small and compact, I must say.
If anyone does steal your car, they wouldn't think.
They wouldn't think. I mean, they have a big tracker symbol on top, but that's at the bottom. So that's.
It reminds me of a product that we don't have here, but we saw. From I think it's called Air Bell. It's for that basically an AirTag or a tracker inside a bell for a bike, and this is similar for a car. So there are so many variations of trackers right now that, to me, again, coming back to what I started with, why buy an AirTag? I mean, I'm getting whatever's in the AirTag plus more, right?
Yeah, except one last thing that you can't find in any other product except Apple products. Also in the AirPods, you have it. Before that, a big thanks to all the companies that send out these products. It's not a sponsored video, but a huge thanks to our wonderful Tested Tier patrons and members.
And a very big thanks to people at the highest tier. That is the Fakman tier. Thank you, Paula, Rachel, and Redspanda.
So that one thing is,
what is it?
ultra wideband precision tracking. So you can go right up to the last meter with your iPhone that supports that.
Yeah.
But that's not on any of these products because Apple got to keep something for themselves.
Exactly. You can still see the location, but you can't get precision finding. Yeah, that's the downside of all of these, unfortunately. So my cat's still going to have the AirTag around his neck. You never know which nook and cranny he's stuck in, right? So we need precision finding.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's it. If you guys have any interesting products, let us know in the comments down below. And if you want to see a roundup of all accessories related to the iPhone, click here.
And if you want to see our long-term review on the iPhone Air, then click here.
Do it.
Do it.